Okay, Patrick, so conceded a few goals in recent games, but obviously kept that clean sheet against Cambridge. Were you pleased with the side's defensive performance in that one to get back to being solid?
I think we all know it wasn't the prettiest performance, but as a defender playing at the back, I think any time you get a clean sheet is good. It gives you a platform to build on, and we went back to basics, like the gaffer said in a few of his interviews. We conceded too many and messed up on a few of the basics, so we had to go back to it, and hopefully we can continue clean sheets this weekend. Is
that going to be the mindset again for this weekend, do you think, to really focus on defending? Because it feels like that sort of naturally maybe suits going away to a tough place like Bromley.
100%, you're away from home. Keeping it tight at the back and keeping a clean sheet, like you say, gives you a platform to build on and go and hopefully win and take 3 points. But no, it's a massive thing to build on. That's what we'll be looking at this weekend.
How do you get that balance as a team then between having that solid defensive base? Like you say, you got back to the basics, you did that, you kept the clean sheet, but like you say, not too much in terms of attacking threat. Is that something that you work on as a team, or is that something that, you know, as an attacking unit, it's not really your part of your job, to be fair?
No, we work on as a team, definitely. I think even as a defender, I like to join in and get around 𝗦𝗨𝗣𝗣𝗢𝗥 sometimes and things that's part of my game. So we do want to do both sides, and balance it can sometimes be hard, especially after a result like we had against Walsall. We knew we needed to go back and do the basics, but last week on the ball probably wasn't good enough from all of us. We wanted to create more. I think our expected goals was really low, and we want to get back to trying to be in balance like we were maybe at the start of the season, a couple of results, so we'll look at doing that.
What about your own personal starts of the season? How would you assess that?
I think it's been alright. It's obviously I would like to have done better. I'd like to be at the top end of the league, I think, like we all would. But we know that football, you have ups and downs in football. I think some performances we've been good, and personally we've done alright, but as a defender, if you're conceding 3 in some games and 4 in others, like it's not good enough. No point looking at yourself as in, oh, I've done alright, I've done this, I've done that, because none of us can look at ourselves like that, because we've all things we could have done better.
How do you sort of reflect after games and think about maybe what you did well, what you did better? Is it entirely down to the sort of coaches and working with them, or do you go home and you're thinking about, oh, maybe I could do this a bit differently, or how does it work for you?
I think you focus more on what you could do better, to be honest. Well, I do anyway. I think I'm a bad loser. I'm a big sulk. I don't speak to my partner and parents and stuff like that. I'm a big sulker. I'm not a very good loser whatsoever, never have been. But I think you focus on more what you could do better. I mean, it's good to look at what you've done well and continue it, but I think things to work on is a way of looking at it.
And this weekend it's Bromley, of course, and as a defence coming up against a big goal scorer in 𝗦𝗧𝗔𝗬𝗥. Do you think about individuals like that when you know, obviously, last season, really good record, I think it was 25 goals, and he's already got 4 this time as well?
Yeah, I think you do. Like, you go through analysis, in possession, out of possession. We know, obviously, brilliant striker, he's done it last year, he was top goal scorer in the league. You know, you've got to watch out for him and look at his threats, and you've seen it on the videos what he can do, and hopefully we can do stuff to nullify that.
As a team, it's 5 games without a win in the league for Tranmere. Do you think about runs like that, or is that just something that maybe fans look at or media look at, or does it start to get in your head a little bit when you're training or in games?
I think when you're playing, you don't think about it, because you're just focusing on the game, but you can't stay away from it, you can't hide from it and stuff like that. You've got to, it is what it is, it's facts, and we don't want that to happen. We want to win 5-0 and continue that, but it hasn't happened that way. It's part of football. But you do notice that you can't hide away from it. It's not going to stop you doing things or get in your head that much and think, oh no, we need to do this, we need to do that, but you do notice it, yeah.
How do you keep it at bay then? How do you keep it from dominating your thoughts too much, and like you say, just focusing on the game at hand and the job at hand?
I think you just kind of have to. I think when you played quite a while and played a few games, there's a lot of lads that's experiencing it. It'll have happened before, and it's happened throughout careers. Everyone's had low times. It's not low, but you know what I mean, where you haven't won in a couple and you just need to win to take that edge off. But you just have to get on with it. It's part of it.
And one of your teammates, Sam Finley, will be potentially available this weekend after a long suspension. Having sort of been through that suspension that he has, have you sort of had to help him sort of keep up to fitness, or help him sort of psychologically or anything like that, or is it just business as usual?
I think Sam's a tough character. Psychologically he's fine. He's a very experienced player. Obviously I've not played with him yet since I've just came this year, but I've seen him in training. He's back in training, he's doing his fitness work and looks sharp, so it'd be good to have him back involved.
Brilliant, that's all from me, thanks.
Perfect, thank you.